Hey you guys, how's it going? It's Baggins here, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming server merges for Central EU, US East, Australia, and South America. Interestingly enough, US West is not being included in these merges, but the merges, as they previously mentioned, are pretty aggressive. There is quite a lot of servers being merged into other servers here, including both Legacy and Fresh Start. If you guys want to check out this post yourself, I'll put a link to it in the description down below, but you can see if any of your servers are being listed here. Some cases, like 2 servers are being merged into another one. If you guys have never witnessed a server merge in New World before, it's the world that they're being merged into is the world that like retains its map. So if you are on Abaton, then Tirnanog and Drytree will now have the map of Abaton, and anybody that owned like a Windsward or Everfall or a territory like that, those will now be respective of the territories that were owned on Abaton. But you do get a little bit of gold back. I don't think it's too much. I think it's like 50,000 gold per territory or something like that for companies. So just in case you didn't know, that's how it does work. Of course, if you can't see it here, this is going to be happening on January 10th. So early next week, we're going to be getting these server merges. 5 p.m. is for here in England. So that's going to be like 12 o'clock midday for America, or even on the West Coast, that's like 9 a.m. I believe. Now, as sad as it is to see some servers getting merged, it is a sign of the times. A lot of these servers, you know, like Morgaine, I believe, was one that was mentioned for a merge, doesn't even get over 500 players at peak hours, which is, yeah, it's just, you know, I think when you start getting a server that is dipping under 500, it really becomes noticeable. Honestly, even under 1,000, you start to like see that you can't get queues to pop as often and stuff. So hopefully this is going to help like the vibes and, you know, just the overall feeling of being on some of these lower population servers here. I think a lot of Fresh Start servers have been struggling because they have this sort of locked environment where you can't transfer off, you can't transfer to, you're only allowed to make a new character, whereas Legacy generally holds up a little bit better because at least, you know, there is a bit more of a free environment where you can move to and from them. Now, the real meat and potatoes of this video and the sort of tip that I wanted to share, probably we'll include it somewhere in the title of this video, is New World market prices. So something that you can do to sort of get ahead of the curve and prepare yourself for your server being merged into another is take a look at the prices of items respective to your server and other servers. So I think we saw that Apophis is going to be getting merged into Artemis. So we can take a look at some of the prices of Apophis listed here on New World market prices. I believe what they do is like every day at a certain time they update the prices, and they have, I don't know, either a human or some sort of AI go through and scan all the prices. Not entirely sure how it works, and you know, do make sure that you go check the trading post to see that your prices are relevant for your server. I believe a lot of them are on here. But if we take a look at Apophis, for example, a Timeless Greatsword Shard, you can see right now that Timeless Greatsword Shards are going for just about 800 gold on Apophis. And if they were to get merged into Artemis, they're at 470 gold right now. So there is maybe a big incentive to try and buy up some of those Timeless Greatsword Shards on Artemis, and then when you get that Apophis sort of population getting merged into you, suddenly you have an item that's worth quite a bit more to that you know, player base and their trading post, if that makes sense. Now, with this particular item, it does look like there was a big spike yesterday, so I'm not entirely sure what happened. Maybe one company just decided they wanted to craft a bunch of great swords. But in general, this can be a pretty useful tool. For example, if we take a look at Minotaur is getting merged into Seer, and we'll just take a look at some of the prices on Minotaur and some of the prices on Seer and see if there's anything that is going to be worth buying on the trading post before these servers get merged. So allegedly here on Minotaur, you can get Glittering Ebony for the low price of 67 gold 98. Let's see, where was this price? As of the first, okay, so this was like a couple days ago, but assuming this is still correct, you can get it for about 68 gold. And then if we go and take a look at the price of Glittering Ebony here on Seer, it's going for 103. So if you were able to like buy up a bunch of Glittering Ebony and then wait for the merge to happen to Seer, in theory, it would be worth quite a bit more gold. Now again, you know, it is worth citation on checking some of these prices and making sure that it's actually real. But this is NW market prices. I'll put a link to this in the description down below if you want to check it out. But yeah, just something that I thought might be handy for you guys who are expecting merges to come in. Maybe you can make a little bit of gold off of this and turn what seems like a little bit of a sad situation into a better one. Although generally this is going to be a positive for everybody, as having more players on your server means more queues are popping, it means more likely to sell your items, more likely to find the item you want. So yeah, although some of you guys have probably gotten used to playing on like smaller, lower population worlds, ultimately this is going to be a pretty positive change for New World. Just fingers crossed they're not going to have to keep doing these merges over and over again because we have such a dwindling player base. But yeah, time will tell on that front. And with that very positive note, I think I'm going to wrap up this video here. I just wanted to tell you guys about the upcoming mergers and also show you this website so you can maybe have a bit of an informed decision on whether you want to buy or sell anything before those mergers do happen. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and click the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys all in the next video.